Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some breaking news coming out from Russia that I need to share with you. This is a very urgent update that you need to be made aware of. We're going to be talking about Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov in today's video. This is him right here in the photo. He has come out and announced today on Sunday, on September 1st, 2024, that Russia is going to be making changes to its nuclear doctrine after recent escalation with the West. Okay, this is absolutely huge news, guys. If you don't really know what that means, this means we are getting closer to nuclear war. It is right around the corner, and Russia is going to most likely change their doctrine to protect themselves, obviously, from these major strikes that are going to be coming from Ukraine very soon. We've been talking a lot about this. This will hopefully deter these attacks from taking place, but most likely these attacks are going to happen. We know that the U.S. could potentially lift restrictions very soon on ATACMS missiles and also lots of other cruise missiles that are being sent to Ukraine from the West as well. Could be lifting restrictions to go after airfields inside of Russia, which could devastate their air force. And also, we're hearing that Ukraine is working on long-range weapons right now that could be striking Moscow, ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, rocket drones. I mean, lots and lots of crazy weaponry is going to be thrown towards Russia very soon, much more than just these regular propeller-style drones that we've been seeing with attacks all across Russia recently. And I just reported to you guys earlier today, we had a massive attack just yesterday inside of Moscow, coming under attack by drones and striking lots of critical infrastructure. Okay, so very soon we're going to see massive hits inside of Russia, and I think that's what this nuclear doctrine has, or the changes to this nuclear doctrine, excuse me. That's what this is all about, I believe. And again, we are getting very close to a nuclear war breaking out. And as many people want to laugh and say that Russia doesn't have any red lines, I mean, they are drawing these red lines right now. Even if these red lines have been crossed before, and maybe it's appearing as if Russia's not going to do anything, they are definitely setting some very major red lines now. As you know, this nuclear doctrine is something they have to stick to. They have to commit to this. If something happens, they have to use these nuclear weapons. So this is absolutely huge, guys. I want to go over this report real quick. We're going to talk about this some more as we move along. This is on Reuters. Russia says it will change nuclear doctrine because of Western role in Ukraine. Okay, so again, September 1st, 2024, just coming out today, 4 hours ago, around the time that I record this. It says right here, Russia will make changes to its nuclear doctrine on the use of nuclear weapons in response to what it regards as Western escalation in the war in Ukraine. State media quoted Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov as saying on Sunday, the existing nuclear doctrine set out in a decree by President Vladimir Putin in 2020 says Russia may use nuclear weapons in the event of a nuclear attack by an enemy or a conventional attack that threatens the existence of the state. Okay, so this was the previous nuclear doctrine. Okay, so let's read that again so we can understand what it previously was. Russia may use nuclear weapons in the event of a nuclear attack. Okay, so if they come under attack by a nuclear weapon by another nation or an enemy, and also if they come under a conventional attack that threatens the existence of the state. Now, what could that be exactly if it was a conventional attack? Well, let's say, for example, maybe these airfields. Okay, maybe these airfields, when they start coming under attack by ATACMS pretty soon, let's say that happens, or Ukraine starts using their own ballistic missiles. They start striking the airfields inside of Russia. Could that be considered a conventional attack that threatens the existence of the state? Maybe. We have talked about that before, that maybe the airfields could be one of those red lines, but at the same time, we've seen them come under attack multiple times by Ukrainian drones. So for some reason, Russia appears to be okay with drones striking their airfields. But let's say we're talking missiles. It may be a completely different story. Or maybe Moscow could come under attack by ballistic missiles, maybe striking the Kremlin. I mean, that would be insane if that were to happen. But maybe that could be the next move here. Who knows? So clearly some major issues here with this war in Ukraine and Russia, and major escalation that could be taking place if we go the wrong direction. Some hawks among Russia's military analysts have urged Putin to lower the threshold for nuclear use in order to sober up Russia's enemies in the West. Putin said in June that the nuclear doctrine was a living instrument that could change, depending on world events. Ryabkov's comments on Sunday were the clearest statement yet that changes would indeed be made. The work is at an advanced stage, and there is a clear intent to make corrections, state news agency TASS cited Ryabkov as saying. Okay, so 100%, guys, they are going to be changing this nuclear doctrine, and we don't know exactly what the details of this doctrine will state, but I would assume it's going to be much more strict than what we are seeing in the past. And again, this is very dangerous because that means we are right around the corner from a nuclear event. Now, could a nuclear weapon be detonated inside of Ukraine first before like a NATO nation or a major strategic nuclear war all over the entire world? I mean, I think that would be more likely. I think we would most likely see a small tactical nuclear weapon being used, which would still be very devastating in Ukraine. That we would probably see that first being detonated in Ukraine, if anything, or maybe in the Kursk region. I don't see why they would do that to their own nation, but who knows? We've been hearing that also the Sudza area inside of the Kursk region that is under control by the Ukrainians has been heavily shelled and bombed and nearly destroyed. So the Russians are blowing up their own territory as well. They are doing that. So I don't know, guys. Very dangerous, though, what we're seeing here. We got a little bit more information. He said the decision is connected with the escalation course of our Western adversaries in connection with the Ukrainian conflict. Moscow accuses the West of using Ukraine as a proxy war to wage war against it, with the aim of inflicting a strategic defeat on Russia and breaking it apart. The United States and its allies deny that, saying they are helping Ukraine defend itself against a colonial-style war of aggression by Russia. Okay, so these are big statements right here as well, okay? Obviously, Russia coming out and saying the West is escalating this war big time. I mean, they just opened up a major front inside of Russia in the Kursk region. We've been talking a lot about that. Now, there's a potential of Western restrictions being lifted on long-range weapons for Ukraine. For example, the ATACMS missiles, British Storm Shadow missiles, Scalp missiles, all these long-range cruise missiles and ballistic missiles that could be flying into Russian territory, targeting oil depots, targeting major cities in Russia, targeting airfields, whatever it might be, could be lifted at some point. Those restrictions could be gone. And if they are, this will allow Ukraine to strike deep inside of Russian territory. This could be one of those major red lines, and this is why the United States has been holding back for so long. So there's more information talking about Russia's red lines here. If you guys want to read about that, we're not really talking about their red lines right now in this video. We're mainly talking about this nuclear doctrine, but I will cite this down below in the description of this video if you guys want to read some more on this article. But again, guys, this is a very, very major update. You definitely need to know about this and understand what's going on because we are very, very close to a major nuclear war. Lots of people have been warning about this, primarily even Donald Trump, the former president of the United States, been warning that the Biden administration is dragging us into World War III and we could have a major nuclear war. I mean, I know a lot of people may laugh at that and say this is a joke, that, Russia will never do this. They would never detonate a nuclear bomb or whatever, but we don't know what's going to happen, okay? Obviously, what we are reporting to you guys on the ground when it comes to Ukraine is this war is definitely escalating like crazy right now. We've gone from maybe like a 10 or a 20 up to 100 in just the last few days, okay? It has gotten extremely insane over here with this war, and if you don't know about the extremeness of this war, then maybe you need to hit the subscription button and follow this channel because we put out daily updates every single day to let you guys know what's happening over here, and it's definitely escalating, okay? It's getting much worse than it ever was before, and we have major things that are approaching in just the next couple months that could prove that this war could definitely go nuclear. Now, it could definitely happen, so I want you guys to be aware of this just in case we do have something major happening, but I'm going to follow this story, and as soon as we get some information regarding this nuclear doctrine being updated, I will definitely let you guys know what the details are and get to all the fine print of what type of lines Russia will be drawing when it comes to this nuclear doctrine, and if they will eventually use nuclear weapons. So stay on your tippy toes, ladies and gentlemen. Be prepared for anything. even a strategic nuclear war. We never know what could happen, but definitely we are on the precipice of something major going down at some point, and we are continuing to see escalation more than de-escalation. Let me know what you think down below. That's going to be it for this update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.